Palim Palim, and welcome to This Ain't the Dating Show XXX, the video podcast about the dating industry from Masters in Cash. And today I'm without a beard, but my guest Andrii has a very nice beard instead of me. We met in Prague. We communicated a little bit after the speech I made with William about business development and how to behave and not to behave on a show. And I'm very glad that he's here with us today because he's an absolute expert when it comes to API. So welcome to the show, Andrii. And for the people that don't know you yet, please introduce yourself.
Thank you for introducing. Yeah, it was a very good speech in Prague. I will hear more about you and about your different experience in next conferences.
Thank you.
So yeah, I'm from Ukraine. I'm doing affiliate marketing more than 9 years already, and now I'm working as a solo affiliate. But I have my own team for 9 people already. Yeah. We work mainly with dating and API stuff. It's our core values that we using to segment our traffic that we buying and selling to our advertisers.
Okay, so API is a little bit more complex than just running offers. So for the people that have never worked with it, can you explain the concept of API? What is that even?
Yes. It's a technology. In few words, it's a technology that can help you to get some data from user from the landing page or from your server and send it directly to the client database. And you can target all the kind of data that you can collect from your user and segment it in different bases and send the one base only for one client and don't bring them that kind of traffic that he don't want to get and or maybe some kind of data he don't want to get.
Is it only the point that you can deliver more fitting leads, or is it also that you can make the landing pages more fitting to the audience that you can acquire?
It's a good question because it depends what you're doing, what is your main point to use this technology. Because for us, mainly it's for about working with some data that you can collect on your landing page. So yeah, of course, if you're using long version of landing page or long version of products or long version of some kind of free lenders that with chats where user can be preheated with chatters or something. Yeah, so it depends on the landing page that you can use there, and you can collect the data on that landing page exactly and send it that data or segment these users on some kind of filters that you want and send it to your clients. But for us, it's mainly to do more analytics on the data that we use to collect on landing pages and do more stuff to make more value for our clients.
And what are the problems with API? I mean, one is clear that it's more complicated, but are there other disadvantages for you as the affiliate, but also for the advertiser when it comes to using API?
I can answer you based on advertisers point. For advertisers, it's better way to work with API, but only if they know you and they know exactly what you're using on your landing pages or your flows. But when you're using some kind of stuff they don't wanna see or they don't wanna buy some kind of users, it's not helping them. It's otherwise it's like they get more leads, they get more users that not targeted by their products and so on. So for us, it's it's more valuable because we can get more data for us to analyze that users. But for the clients, it's about to get directly in users that they want to. They can get it more targeted.
And they can send you back the ones that they don't really want to have.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
So they send it back to you, or you define with the advertiser before what from the API goes to them and what not, or it happens practically when. So it happens
it's
before
both
or
ways.
after?
It's both ways.
In both ways.
It's
Okay.
both ways, yeah, because not all advertisers have the kind of stuff that they will answers you that they already have that lead or they don't want to get that lead on something. But we taking a look on how to say on EPC on main point. It's our EPC, and if clients send us, if you send client, for example, 1,000 leads and get from that only a small amount of improvement leads, we know that that clients get it all, but don't work with it as like technical background. Yeah. Then we switch it to another client and take a look who will answer us on API based, that they maybe already have that user, or maybe they know about it more information that we got, and if that client don't want to take it, he will answer us that that user is already in their database, and they will not take it.
And how many advertisers you recommend to have like on the main geos? What is your main geo where you work mostly in? Is it the US or is it?
US.
Okay, how many advertisers you are using to practically cover all users in the end?
14 for now.
14. That's quite an amount. And the next question is with the API, how you are convincing the advertiser to open that for you. Speaking now of Masters in Cash, we have API, we have it since, I think, since the company started, but it was not given out very generous to affiliates. So there had to be like certain criterias. We had to know the affiliate, they have to run with us. Now it's a little bit softened up. So if you are watching this and you want to run API with Masters in Cash, hit me up and we try to find a deal. But how is it with you if you are meeting an advertiser that you have never met on a show, never talked to in this 9 years, but you know they are very good? How you convince them to run, to give you the API access?
It's hard to answer how exactly we can convince them to start on API based, but I think for everyone who want to try API flow, you should be prepared to start from the advertisers. I don't know how to say advertisers.
The standard offers?
Yes, yeah. Standard offers. You should start from standard offers and show your quality, and then you can switch to API mode, but mainly on revenue share. It will be better for advertisers. You will show your quality. You will show how you work with your system, because you can use different kind of SaaS on the markets, and when you will send some leads to the advertisers, you have to be prepared that you will get some feedback. What is quality is, what is APC from your users you will get, and so on. So basically, you need to be prepared that you will start from revenue share based, and then if you want to switch to another model like CPL, so SOI, DOI, or CPS, you have to be prepared to spend a lot of budgets to test a lot of like clients flows and so on.
So the ranking is like you start with a normal offer, then you take API on rev share, and after you proved it, you move to CPL. Okay, there are people that will offer you directly some other model, but this is like, especially if you are not familiar or they are not familiar with you. Beside the API business and beside the fact that sometimes you have to enter over a normal offer, are there cases when you prefer to run the direct offer from the advertiser instead of the API?
Yes, of course. Because as I said before, usually you start from revenue share, or mainly if you switch to CPL mode, you can get only a small amount of payout for each CPL, because advertisers don't know what kind of landing page you using to get that lead. And advertisers don't know how you get that lead, from which source, and so on. So basically, they will give you another type of payout, then they will give it on a CPL base, because they already know which kind of landing page works better for them to get that lead when you are sending traffic directly on their landing page, on their normal offers, on their normal offers links. So it all depends on APC, and we have our internal SaaS systems that we split offers API offers with normal offers, and if we get the result that EPC better from the normal offers, CPL and something, we will send more traffic to normal offers, not API offers.
And how much is around the percentage that you have to take away from the normal offers to get it on CPL on API?
I want to say it's 50-50, but it depends on how to say month to month, because 1 month we have more budgets on CPL offers and we can get more EPC from CPL normal offers, but another month we get some kind of traffic that works better for us on API, and we switch to API, more volumes and so on, and we get more leads and volumes there. So it's month to month.
And advertisers, when they are optimizing your traffic, your subsources, do you see a different behavior from API to API with CPL towards normal CPL offers, or is it practically exactly the same mechanism?
It depends on the advertiser, but mainly it's not the same, because when you send into to normal offers links, and you get feedback like stop this subsource and something, not about like a kind of flow that you're using. But when you work in with API, you can send your client more data that you collecting on your side, and on that situation we can give all our flow to our clients and get more information what we should use on creatives, or maybe a landing page, or maybe something changes on our site and so on. We can get more integrations with directly with the advertisers, or maybe we can segment the traffic from not from only the registration button, but for example from another side, or maybe from video banner and so on. It will send user to different kind of advertisers, and you can't do that with normal offer, because you're buying like traffic and sending it on directly on the link, not to the database, to the client, and not to the member area or something.
So the optimization on API is more on a creative level in the first step than like just on a numbers level. Okay, interesting aspect, makes sense. Then the next question is, some API affiliates like to submit the lead to several advertisers at the same time. What is your opinion about that?
My opinion is that you have to negotiate with your advertisers firstly. If some kind of advertiser don't want to get that lead that you already sending to someone, or they want to get the first lead, and you shouldn't send it to another client for some time, you have to negotiate about that. You will get that information from the client, I mean. But yeah, you can send the one lead to different advertisers in different times. You can build it on your own like technology, on your like solution, if you can do that. But you have to understand that that user will not like get enough money to your advertisers. So basically it's not okay to the market, to the advertisers, to get that leads, only if they working with some kind of collection data and so on.
So they practically accepted to get at least the user for
yes,
their own monetization.
Of course. We working only with advertisers that accept that kind of leads, not with everyone.
Okay. What data, and maybe something else, but data you recommend an affiliate to collect over API, and maybe not only over API, but also on the lander, and maybe also what other monetization you make on the lander. This was something that Oksana was speaking about a lot, that you have to make the most money, you have to squeeze out like a lemon the user, because everybody competes. So what is your strategy? What data you collect, and what additional things you make to monetize?
Yeah, Oksana is the best. How to say? It's the best example what we need to do in our side, because she has a lot of experience there, and I teach a lot from her. And what about data? The main point for me, and I can tell for everyone, you have to collect the two sides. It's the age of users that you like buying, and the age he want to get. I mean, like what does he like to meet the teen or to meet the milk or something like. It's the main point of what kind of product you have to show him. Yeah, and for us, there's another type of data that we're using to segment it. It's some kind of preference. I mean, like if you're a man looking for men, if you man looking for woman, teen, kind of Asian, black, and so on, ethnicity. I mean, yeah, and another side of data we're using is what kind of relationship do you want to get? One night stand, or maybe long relationship, or maybe wife, or maybe just friend, and so on. It's also help you to understand what kind of creative you're using before, and what kind of creative you have to show him on the next steps. Because we have like different landing pages, and if users want to have a long relationship or maybe wife or something, we will not show him like very nudity on next step, or maybe some like girls if he choose to find some Asian girl and something.
So the funnel that you provide is changing always depending on the previous answer, and it defines also who gets the lead submitted first. And if they reject it, it goes. Maybe there are no MILFs left, and in the end he ends up with an Asian teen when he wants a black MILF, but better than nothing.
If you're from Czech Republic, if you want to meet from a girl from Czech Republic, it's simple as that. So if you're from Czech Republic and on the next step you will see some Asian girl from Thailand, I don't think that it's gonna work for advertiser, for user, and for you as well.
I don't want to be a smartest, but in Czech Republic is the second biggest amount of Vietnamese people in the world. So maybe in this case it would even work. I was living there, but never dated somebody, but never met somebody from Vietnam myself, beside the Asian market they had there. Okay, you know a lot of stuff that is also new to me, because I work only from the advertiser side and not even managing affiliates on the day-to-day base. So it's very, very interesting. So the next question is also a little bit related to that. Do you use the data and maybe push collection and whatever you had before also to help the advertiser to monetize later on? Like you send push notifications for the offer that he signed up with, like, hey, come back here or buy here or whatever.
I can tell you that we're using different strategies. I mean, push notification is okay for some kind of traffic, but not so for everyone. It's on my point, yeah. Of course, we're using it to push it back to the client's offers, to the client's member area when we know that that user goes there on revenue share basis, for example, yeah. We have such data collect in our database, and we know that if you send in to some client on API based some users that gonna be converting on revenue share base, we want to get that user back to that offer, that directly that product that he already signed, not to another kind of client and so on. Because if we send it on revenue share basis to one client, but then after 5 minutes or maybe after 1 day we push that user to get to another offer, we'll just killed our EPC on that first one round offers that we send it to the first client. But if you're talking about users that never get to the client's sales side, or maybe never get to the client member area as well, member area side. Sorry. If you're talking about push notification not on API basis, we also using it to push users to do more on our pre-lenders or our side. I mean, we know that users give us some data. We know what he wants now, for example, yeah, and we choose to send him that directly creative that he want to see, and because he left some data for us, yes, and we choose to get to give him some creatives that he want to see, the girls he want to meet on something. and push him to come back, that we can help him to get to the direct offer that he wanna get to into and met some girls there.
So the information that you collect in this funnel that is anyway changing with every step, it's directly connected to the push collector as well.
Of course. Yes.
So make everything like in one package. So I have another question for you. What you set up here is very complex. It's very professional. It's not the first time that I hear it, but it's not what you find on every corner when you work on API. If you have affiliates that say like, hey, I want to do this, but I'm alone and I'm like poor, but I'm ambitious. Are you offering something like a small boutique network or so? Can affiliates come to you? They send the traffic and you monetize it for them with your technology and you take a cut, or you just use it for yourself at the moment?
I can do that, but mainly it's working with my friends or my partners. I can do public right now, but of course, for my partners, I monetize the traffic because I have a lot of like solutions here developed for a long time, and of course, I can help them to reach more EPCs than they already get.
Okay, so if you see Andrii on a show, buy him a beer, become his friend, and then you have access to all this kind of stuff. We had a beer already, so if I would become a media buyer, I would come back to you and ask for the solution.
Thank you.
Another question, how is it with other verticals? Are you running other verticals as well? And if you run them on API, is the approach different, or do you maybe even mix other verticals in the dating API as well?
I'm used to work with different kind of verticals, and API working the most on two kind of, it's crypto and finance. Finance is kind of PDL. It's when some user wanna get bank credit or microcredit and so something like that. Why so? Because users give that information to banks or financial institutions, and they have to answer the calls from call centers and give their answer on some questions and approve that they left that information on that landing page or something. And we work with that verticals on API based. But if we're talking about what we're doing now in dating with dating traffic with different kind of niches, we're trying to reach our audience with gambling offers because for us it's okay. It's okay that users saw some kind of banners and creatives on Pornhub with the gambling offers, with gambling brands and so on. That means that users already okay with that kind of proposition. Yeah, and for us, it's simple as that. That the users have emotions to do some kind of adult stuff. That means that they have emotions to do some gamble stuff, and we working with mainly with email sending to them with gambling offers, and it's worked not so well like dating. But you can, for our point, we see that we can reach that audience that we can get with that offer, that with dating offers, but only with gambling. So it's give us more EPC, but you have to be ready that users have to checkbox a lot of points that they are ready to get some marketing stuff on your landing page or your flows that you're using. Yeah, so that's all.
I mean, it's a trend that I also see. I go to many gambling conferences. I will go in this year to two that are just like gambling focused.
Nice.
Game 2023 in Athens and Sigma Malta, and
Cool.
on the bigger ones at least, you see that the old established networks with adult traffic are joining these casino shows more and more. I think now when I was in Sigma Cyprus, I saw like 5 or 6 booths of companies that work traditionally with adult traffic, and they are now present there, and they are selling their very aggressive to casino networks and casino affiliates and God knows what. Yeah. And now the last question actually is the golden nugget. The golden nugget means the best advice you can give to somebody regarding online marketing that we have not heard 100 times. So what is your advice for the people out there that want to succeed more in online marketing, no matter what they do?
Just for online marketing, I think it's simple that you have to get to the point where you will work with some kind of models or kind of content creators, I mean. Because content creators is a golden niche for future, or for now it's already like for different kind of categories of online marketing. It's working very well. Yeah, and if we're talking about dating as well, I think you have to understand that content creators, as a person that can bring you traffic on different ways, you have to give a chance to buy some kind of traffic from them on different ways or different products on different kind of flows. It can be OnlyFans, it can be another products like that, but you can try to get more clients, more users from that, and working with them as affiliates. I mean, it's like kind of webmasters. It can be for you like some kind of webmasters. They can show some kind of content that you will create for them, for their user, for their audience, and so on. For me, it's simple like that.
And is it then to get the user into a funnel, like a community, like Telegram, or you send the offers with the creator, or you the creators direct promoting an offer?
It depends on what kind of promoting or offer you have, like what kind of product you have. It's really depend on that.
Okay. Yeah, I hear that with the creators also more and more from the casino space than from adult, I have to say. But not every trend I can spot directly as one of the first guys. So yeah, Andrei, that's it. We are through it with the question first time. And I think after 2-3 minutes, we got here really into a very good groove. And you shared a lot of knowledge about API. So I thank you for taking this time and talking that open. I don't even want to know how many more things you know that you are not sharing here, because you have to keep your secret sauce. But already what you could say public was like very impressive. So Andrei, thank you very much for taking the time, and thank you Masters in Cash for presenting.
Thank you.
Have a good day, everybody. Ciao.
Thank you.